Hi guys.
Hi guys, and I am gonna do and I already done it. So do
Okay.
you guys wanna see it?
Yeah, Jali's been drawing for
Yeah.
us.
Yeah. I gotta say it for you guys.
Yeah.
Ta-da!
It's a beautiful
Can you see
picture.
it?
Okay, you can take it off. Ah, there you go. It's a heart and two friends that love.
That one is me, and that one is my mom, and that is the light of mine.
Yes, little light
Yeah.
of mine.
Yeah, and today we are gonna sing this light of mine. I'm gonna shine it, shine it, shine it, shine it.
Yes. Okay. Today we're going to do the last chapter of the book Stories Told by Jesus. So the last chapter's name is The Bride's Girlfriend, and it's in Matthew 25, verse 1 till 13. A young man and a young woman were getting married. At the time of Jesus, weddings used to be at night. First, there was a religious ceremony at the house of the bride. Then there was the wedding party at the house of the groom. Also, at that time, there was no electricity, so people would carry their own oil lamp or lit torches to light the roads. The the procession started at the bride's house and ended at the groom's house. Some of the guests who didn't attend the religious ceremony were waiting in front of their house, waiting for the procession, so they could go to the party. The religious ceremony lasted for many hours. 10 young women who could not attend the ceremony were waiting for the couple to pass by on their way to the house of the groom. 5 of those young women were very foolish. The other 5 were very smart.
Yeah, that is very good. The others are very good, and the others are not, not.
Okay, they are foolish.
Yeah.
Still don't understand, hey? They all knew that no one was allowed to take part in the procession without an oil lamp or torch. The foolish women put little oil in their lamps, but the smart ones had extra oil. The bride and the groom were taking a long time to pass by.
Yeah.
Why is it taking so long? The young women asked one another. They were tired and standing, and they sat down. All of them felt fall asleep. It was midnight when somebody ahead of the procession said out loud, "Here is the groom! Come on, all guests, and meet him." The young women who had been sleeping stood up quickly and lit their lamps. The 5 foolish women told the other 5, "Let us have some of your oil, because the light of our lamp is dimming. There is little oil in the lamp." Unfortunately, girlfriends, that is not possible, because the oil we have is only enough for the 5 of us. Go to the merchant and buy some more for you. The 5 foolish women left and started to look for a merchant, but it was late at night, and for the reason they took a long time to come back. The procession passed by, and the 5 smart women joined them, and soon all of them were at the house of the groom. It was a custom of that time to shut the door after all the guests were inside. Later, the 5 foolish women returned, but the door was already closed. What are we going to do? Let us knock at the door. They knocked and screamed, but no one opened the door.
Yeah.
"Sir, please open the door." The groom opened the window upstairs and told the young woman, "That's not possible. I don't know you." And the women were not allowed to enter the house. If they had been smarter, they were having fun in the party along with all of the other guests. And now the explanation. When Jesus finished this parable, he said, "Watch out, as you never know when the time comes." This parable is an invitation from our Divine Master for us to be vigilant. We should always be ready to fulfill our obligations. We should always be ready to answer Jesus regardless of how big or small the request
Yeah,
is.
and yes, okay. See?
Yeah, Zoe's got a lamp, an oil lamp that she wanted to show you today.
Yeah.
And that is what vigilance means. I'm sorry. We'll be called to go back. Okay. We should always be ready, as we never know.
Ready and ready.
Yeah, when we will be called back to go back to the spiritual world.
That's right, my grandma is. Oh.
Yes,
Right.
that is what vigilance means.
Yeah.
We have to take care of our souls.
Yeah.
We have to be like the smart women in the parable. Our souls should be illuminated all the time. They should be fed by the oil that comes from the divine word. You always heard in the parable that the oil cannot be borrowed. That means that each and every one of us must have our own oil to illuminate our lamps.
Yeah, and I do a footprint of love and the love what is spreading and the light of love.
Thank you. That's wonderful.
Yeah, everything about love.
We should always take care of illuminating our spirits while there is still time.
Right.
We should not act like the 5 foolish young women who did not have enough oil to light the lamp.
Yeah, we need to make us out of fire.
Yes, because that they missed the chance of participating in a big wedding party. For us, that means that if we are not ready when Jesus calls us back, we are not going to be participating in the big spiritual party in heaven. How do we do that? As always, by doing everything to progress spiritually. We have to be good. We have to pay attention to the words of God and Jesus. And then we will be ready. And with that is the conclusion of our book. And today we are reminded to be a light. And how do we do that, Sally? We have to practice.
Yeah. To practice to be nice as this.
Yes. And what is our oil? It's to be good. Yes. And love and kindness. To educate ourselves.
Of love.
Yeah, to educate ourselves. So if we know what to do, if we know what to practice, if we are handy helpers for Jesus,
and
helping everyone around us.
Yeah, this is a forbidden of love.
Yes. So that will help us to be prepared when we have to go back to home, to our spiritual home. So we are here to practice, to look after our souls, to educate our souls. And that means to serve always and to look for the good in everything. Okay, are you going to sing your song?
Yeah, this love is mine.
You can sing. 1, 2. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Jesus is the light, I'm gonna let him shine. Let him shine, let him shine, let him shine.
Beautiful.
I'm gonna stop my feet. I'm gonna clap my hands.
Yes, and I'm gonna let it shine.
Yeah, and
that is beautiful. Okay, this is beautiful.
Yeah. Yes.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us. We will be back, Lishan and Mommy will be back. But thank you so much for joining us. And I hope that we can practice together.
Yeah.
Being good and
Bye.
being handy helpers of Jesus.
Bye.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye.